What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Our Take. I'm your host, Farrah, and good old T Double. What's good with you?
I'm excited. Yes. Good morning.
You
Good
are.
morning. Good morning. How you doing today, Farrah?
Oh man, it's an awesome day in the neighborhood. All rainy and all.
Oh, beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful. Oh, sorry. My
hmm Sure
mm,
is. So no, got a lot of stuff to cover today. So how's your weekend? How your week been? I know your Friday was
my
pretty
Friday
awesome.
was very not relaxed for a while, but became really relaxed at a certain point. The weekend's been interesting. Things are happening at the other things that I do that are trying to change my world a little bit. But other than that, everything's the same. Family's good. Weather's been horrible. It's just what
Yeah.
it is. It's Texas, but we can't complain about our little bit of rain versus some people who
Right.
get tornadoes and other stuff around this country. So I'm good.
I'm good with the rain because I ain't got to cut my sprinklers on.
Mm,
It's saving
Not a
my
bit.
bill right now. So, it is sprinkler time in Texas. So we'll be back in the 80s next week.
Come out.
Uh,
When is there not sprinkler time in Texas?
all right. Like, yeah. Yeah, you're right. What's up, Terrell? What's up? Hey, family. Thank you for joining this morning.
What up, sis? Let's throw them Big Back Chronicles on there. We're gonna have to tell you. We're gonna have to talk about that one time on this podcast. But Farrah, we
Oh,
may have to add you into this. But we got this family thing going on. It's hilarious.
all
And I'm
I
gonna
know
tell
is
you,
I thought it was about cans of crab, but
no. If we get you on this Chronicles, I'm gonna tell you, you adding 20 to 30 pounds. So I'm telling you right now, fight the
well,
power.
I don't want to come on. I don't want to be a part of that. So y'all leave me out there. I can't add another pound. You understand me?
Oh
No,
god.
not at
Hmm.
all. No,
Oh
can't do it.
goodness.
So, but everybody joining us over on Instagram, YouTube. Appreciate. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, so you can know when we come on live. So we're gonna get on into it first. Of course, we got a couple folk we need to, pay all that good stuff.
We want to start this afternoon. I love to say this morning. We're sponsored by Razzle Dazzle's Apples and More. Razzle Dazzle Apple and More. If you hadn't got it, I can't tell you about it. You should know by now. Razzle Dazzle Apples and More. Listen, they provide anything you need. Get those sweets, get those apples, get the candy. I'm telling you, if you hadn't done it, you will do it. I even got my 15-year-old daughter knocking on my door saying, you need to call them because we need to go ahead and set something up. But Razzle Dazzle's Apples and More. An Evan 360 RD photo booth. Listen, you have this event coming up. You want the memories. How else you going to get them? Call 360 RD photo booth. Both sponsored of Our Take. Thank you.
And I say thank you, RD. 360 RD Photo Booth. Appreciate you guys. And Razzle Dazzle Apples and more. So let's see. Let's get on into it, man. All I can tell you is March Madness
Yes.
is almost over.
No, don't say that. Don't
It
say that.
is. It is. It is. It's almost over. So the Final Four set last night was a dandy. Everything else going. We're gonna get that natty tomorrow. But let's talk about it. Let's see what happened last night. So we're gonna start out. I see the hat. We already know what's up. We already know what's up. I gotta give it to you. I ain't got no negativity today.
Listen, now, this was the one that I was really worried about because you can't play a team 4 times. You just should not have to play a team 4 times in one season, especially a team that is ranked in the top 5 most of the season and the number 1 seed in the tournament. But South Carolina actually put on their best team performance yesterday. I mean, we had Joyce Edwards finally picking it up. She had a double double, almost a triple double, and she was struggling the last couple of days. Chloe Kitts didn't really play well, was in foul trouble, and didn't have it. But everybody else stepped up. Pow Pow started shooting those threes that we've been missing. As I told you, is the main ingredient to what they need to do. And then I'm going to shout out Miriam. Miriam off the bench. Duda. No,
Adid, or
Duda
something like that. Yeah.
transferred from Arkansas and hadn't really been playing all season. But Don kept telling everybody she's going to get it. She's just stepping into a championship team. It's hard to get in the championship team with these girls.
She said it was just hard to put her in rotation. It wasn't that she didn't deserve to play. She was like, this rotation and just
And she
that's
found
how
her
good
way.
they are. That they got people that good just sitting on the bench.
So they came in and it got so bad to a point that I think Texas in the last 6 to 7 minutes didn't have Harmon or Booker in the game because they knew it was over. They were sitting down there. They didn't even come back in the game. So I want to congratulate my Gamecocks. They played their best team game, but for what's about to come down that road, whoo, I think Don is gonna be suiting up on Sunday.
I had to.
Woo, I think Don's gonna be suiting up, and I'm ready for it because I want that number 24. But she can't come into play without that salt and pepper bomb that she had in the 80s. If she can't get that haircut, don't come in my game.
She ain't coming in the game. I don't think she's going back to that quite. Well, Paul said, "What you got planned Sunday, T Double?"
The system is shut down on Sunday, Paul. First is Sunday morning that you don't want to talk to because you got to be in prayer, which whatever you believe in before the game, and then whatever the results after the game, you may get my voice, you talk to me, or you may not because if the wrong thing happened, I ain't talking to nobody.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say that last night. Whoa, I'm shit all day. He was just MIA. When I say MIA, I probably said this. You would think, oh my God. I said this dude at least 15 texts yesterday. Not one response. Not one response. I guess he said, I can't do nothing until I'm sure South Carolina has won this game. I did not hear from TT until about 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. No lie.
I don't know if that's
TT.
I don't know if that's true. If I go back in the timeline, you might have thrown some things at me that threw me off.
You didn't say nothing till at least second half. Like once it was like valid, they were winning. You and I was talking about the game. I'm like, no, nothing. Like this dude's stomach toe up.
Well, that might have been true. There's no question about that. That might have been true. As we had in the last episode, I was feeling like Paul after Michigan was up like 9 points, thinking, that kind of thing. Anything can happen, but had to bring it back to, spread the team, spread it out. That's the difference.
Listen, that day was hilarious. Nah, you got to reply to Fair though. Exactly. Nothing. Nothing. We talk through every game on TV. It could be one on at midnight. I fell asleep. I'm gonna wake up and see TT said something, or vice versa. But he just shut me down. They left me on red.
Look what my sister commented. Look what Terrell. She called and said, I got 2 minutes because it was a commercial. You only had 2 minutes to talk to me. What you want to talk about? You got 2 minutes because it's commercial.
Well, you know what he answered? Because you are his blood sister. So I'm glad he is. Came up with an emergency. Hey, Jesus Christ.
My fault, Paul. I didn't mean to bring the Michigan thing back in. My fault, Paul.
Yeah, he did. He's so shade. He is a shade tree. But my take on this game last night, South Carolina finally gave what the people wanted, what the people needed. They have not played good the last several games. I'm just very glad that they came on out. And it was a team game. That was the first thing I said to you last night. This was a great team. We had never seen them play as a team as such. They were very cohesive. Everything blended. Anything that Texas threw at them, they came up with a scheme for it. They didn't know what was going on out there, what defense they were in. Man, in a zone. They really didn't know. They didn't respect any of their guards. So they packed it in. So it was nothing that their bigs could actually do last night because they packed it in because they was like, show us you can shoot. And they only had one shooter, the little freshman. And outside of that, you couldn't do nothing. We had a brand new point guard. Y'all had a brand new point guard last night. Her name was Joyce Edwards. Brand new point guard. You understand me? Came out the woodwork. 6'3", 6'2", something like that. Yeah, she's actually a power forward. I'm gonna have to put her as a swing guard now. Officially, I think Dawn is doing the same. But yes, that girl, she rebounded the ball. She was going 90 feet. You understand me? Gone. She wasn't playing games last night.
Well, I mean, that's how Texas was playing. They was playing pressure on the guards. So the big players had to come up and play the point. And so you were correct, Joyce. And there was times Joyce had the ball and was waving people off, like, move. I was
Clear it out.
Like, get out the way. I got this. And then she took it, and then dished it. And I said 6 assists, career high,
Man,
double double and 6
she
assists, career
she
high.
balled out last night. I don't know what position they're gonna put her in, but what I'm hoping for is because I really don't know what happened with Booker last night. I don't. She got in foul trouble. So
Mhm.
Dawn, and I don't think it was a plan that Dawn had. Maybe she did to go to her, but those were some dumb fouls. Her third foul was absolutely stupid. And
Correct.
she really just didn't know where the girl was on the floor. It's a horrible foul. So she got in foul trouble because that girl started out lights out. She was
Mhm.
5'5". I'm like, oh Jesus, Kevin Durant is in the game. I mean, like seriously. So I really don't know if she hadn't got foul trouble how this game would have turned out if she had to play lights out the way she did. I would hope to say South Carolina would have still won, but I don't know. It would have been a closer game. But then I still understand why he took her out. Toward the end of the game, she was out pretty much the whole fourth quarter. I knew she was injured. She did get hurt on a
Yeah.
fall in the first quarter, but we're in fucking four. The hell? Nobody care about no injury. Did you
And,
break it? Is a bone coming out your skin? Like, are
and you
you
and you're a sophomore.
like, are you kidding me right now? I know her dad was so disappointed because that was a punk ass move, but I don't know whether it was her or her coach took her out. But I'm gonna be honest, like I texted you last night, I hope Booker books it. I don't like the portal, but he'll use this, bring on down to South Carolina and let her. Oh my God. But she need to leave. She need to leave Texas. Texas ain't gonna win shit next year.
Well, Texas got some recruits, and he can recruit, so they can build
Yeah.
around her. She's only a sophomore, becoming a junior next year, so
Leave. She need to leave. I want to know why he benched her. Whether he benched her or was an injury. I need to know.
maybe it was just an injury, and maybe it was just kind of a scene that it was kind of basically over. That's what my
It
thought.
wasn't. You played to the end of the final four. They had a chance. The way she can score and dominate a game, and the way that their defense plays, they had a chance. Period. At least until the 4 3 minute mark. I'm sorry. It was only a 15-point game. No, no, no. He didn't even give them a fighting chance. So I don't understand. I'm gonna hope it was she was injured, but I'm sure it'll come out. But she was benched.
What up,
Just
Jennifer? Kept asking
she
T,
kept, yeah.
what is Joyce doing? Listen, that's what Don does. Now, if y'all don't know, this is the wife. Now, I don't want y'all to think that she's asking T. That was me. See, so y'all can't see nobody talk to me. I was talking to people when you say fair. I disappeared on fair, and when my sister trying to put me in the blender and say I don't want to talk to her, there was somebody I was talking to right there.
Why you gotta be in the butt? Hey Jennifer, thank you for joining. That's my friend. That's my friend.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh man, but yeah, Joyce, she turned into a point guard. But I'm loving it because I can't wait to see what how Don's gonna use her next year. It's a lot of stuff. The portal, we got Laxon wanting to come to somebody's team. It's a lot of stuff going on. So we're gonna see how this off season go. We definitely are. Paul, you better talk. I know that's right. He ain't no dummy. Good morning, Farah.
Whatever. Okay, that's enough of that.
All right, all
Check this
right.
out.
Well, I do have to say thank you to Texas. Awesome job this season. I feel really bad for the little point guard. She's badass. Ah, do you see her in the league?
Oh, Harmon.
Yeah.
Yes, if you want a true point guard, and some teams are gonna get that. She's not tall, but there's a lot of shorter players in this league. Yeah, I can see her in the league, and I don't know how high she's gonna go, but I think she can get a team, stick and get the point guard because she's the master of the mid range. Also, she's not gonna be
Yeah.
a third. If you're looking for a team who's gonna be bombing on threes, she's not gonna be that player. But
Yeah.
I can see her in the league for a couple of years, and then to see what happens after the first 2 years. If she's get a spot that she can start, yeah, she's gonna have a long career there. But she's gonna have a long professional career. I don't know how long in the WNBA, but I can see her play.
Yeah, I only say that just because of her size. You know, the league is pretty big, so I don't know how much they can do with her. Yeah, she's a proficient point guard, but they need size as well. So we'll see how they go with them.
But
No.
remember, she's coming from a squad that plays defense, and if you play that type of defense in the league, no matter you can't do it. You can't get around somebody who can play that defense and that short can snatch that ball away from you. So
I
that
mean,
size,
somebody could give her a chance. Somebody could possibly give her a chance.
so
Possibly. So we'll see. But moving right on along,
moving on. Do, do, do.
we got UConn. Huskies. So the Huskies actually beat UCLA. Now I told you they were gonna blow them out. I didn't feel like Betts would be able to do it. It has just have too much at UConn and have Gino. So what you got on this one?
I have nothing on this one. These girls are playing the best ball at the right time. In every interview I've seen Gino say since the South Carolina game earlier this year is that he saw this coming. He doesn't see this coming. He saw this coming, but he didn't see this. And they are clicking in all cylinders right now. And UCLA, who was the number one team for most of the season, was overwhelmed.
Yes.
I mean, completely
But do
just
you think they were overranked? Do you think
no,
they were okay?
no. Because we look at the teams that they lost to this year. USC with a healthy Juju twice and a hot Connecticut team. They were not overranked. They just played teams that just beat them. That's all it was. In fact, they also beat South Carolina. So
Yeah.
UCLA was not overranked whatsoever. They played a great season. They just ran into a bus off. That is what happened. That's what's
Pretty
going on right
much.
now. That is it.
And just like Jennifer said, you play till the final whistle blows. Clock it 00. Difference between good and great. You can't say no better than that. I had to put that back up. And we got Paulo. UCL looked scared last night. Good call, fair out there. They did. And they should have been. Say first Final Four. These girls haven't been to the Final Four Cup stuff. Maybe the ones that came from Stanford. I'm not sure. But uh, yeah, I think they were a little nervous. It was a big stage. I mean, you're gonna be nervous. It's the Final Four, but in the end, it was just too much fun. You got strong. I mean, shoot, you got a little chin. Everybody, the whole entire team was just too much. It was just too much for them. I knew they'd make it this far, but I
I
don't
think
know if I had them in my Final Four or not.
I think they're just a year ahead of schedule because remember, Betts just transferred in.
Yeah.
Rice. I think Rice and Junior. They're gonna get Betts' sister next year, who was the McDonald's All American MVP, as we thought that you mentioned. One of those things you say I ignored and yesterday. I think UCLA just a year ahead of schedule because they're young and they will be better. That's all.
Yeah,
So,
I think so. I mean, but then uh when you have this chick 34 point, come on, man, largest win versus the number one seed in the tournament in history, and that was like a slow 34 points because she really didn't. She didn't have a good first half. Maybe she had nine. I don't think she was in double digits in the first half. So it was a very very slow 34 points, but that girl's gonna do exactly what she's supposed to do.
here's my thing. In that picture, minus one person who I don't even know who in that picture. That little one with the little gray sweatsuit though.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
These three here put on a show. You don't know what you're gonna stop. What you gonna have to do is let one of them go off on you and shut the other two down to win. Because you're not gonna stop all three. And if you try to stop all three, is where you're gonna lose by 34 points. Is what the
Exactly.
problem is gonna occur. If you're gonna let Sarah Strong go, let Sarah Strong go, and you still beat them. You're gonna let Becker score, shut down the other two. That's the only way.
But But it doesn't matter who you shut down. They got too many weapons that gonna do what they need to do to you.
That's why I say you got to shut down. At least be able to shut down two out of the three. Let one go. Becca.
Okay.
I let Becca score 60. They ain't gonna beat nobody.
I had a scratch there. Okay, riddle me this.
Mhm.
Who's gonna shut who down tomorrow?
Oh, so now we're doing matchups.
No, I mean I'm just not yet. Not yet. You keep that. Keep that. You're right. I don't want to do that just as of yet. I am in the next slide or two. But I first want to give the respect to UCLA. Thank you. Thank you for a marvelous season. Thank you for uplifting women's basketball, giving us a cute 6'7" chick that balled the hell out. So definitely this was a great team, a historic team. So appreciate it.
And congratulations to the university for the first time in their history to make it to the Final Four on the women's side. Congratulations.
Exactly.
It's only going to get better. You are now becoming one of the powerhouses in college basketball. And you got
them and USD, they're gonna be
and I was
right
gonna
there.
say them and USC only have the West Coast, but they're in the Big Ten, so technically there's no West Coast. So
And then when you really look at it, and you got this
coming in. coming in.
So Bex is coming back. She's gonna play her senior year. Well, I don't know. She might already be a damn senior, but she has another year, so she's coming back. I think she's a junior actually. She technically is a junior. But her sister is coming. She is a 6'4", 6'4" power forward. She is coming in and gonna play with her sister. Yes, she's gonna play with her sister. 16.7 rebounds, 2 assists just on last Monday because she was the MVP of the damn All American game.
McDonald's all over.
Oh, I am scared of UCLA next year.
My question is, what mom and dad do to make this mixture? What's going on?
I don't know. I
and
don't
you
know.
and you know that she the shorter one of the family at 6'4", right? You know there's a brother.
Yes. So they
Brother
pumping
in
them
between it.
out, and this is gonna be awesome next year. So tune in. UCLA ain't done. They got a taste of the Final Four. Oh, it's going down next year.
Yeah.
So
It's
we'll
cool.
see how they build around it, what they get out of the portal. Those type things. They need some more shooters. They better go in there and grab some goddamn shooters. So that's all I can really say. If they get some shooters, they can make it. But they got to have some people on the outside to open up that floor.
Yes, they have to figure out how to be able to use that big 6'7" monster. But if you got a 6'4" sitting on the other side, you can't double team anymore. What you gonna do?
I mean,
So
that's like them using Joyce and your girl last night.
yeah, yep.
Flagging. I don't think
Fegan,
she
Fegan.
played Vegan. I don't think she played her best game last night. She was very intimidated by her because she threw up a few layups. She should have. They were bricks. It's like, yeah, calm down, calm down. Go a
Listen,
little
but
hard. Either she block it or she don't.
listen, that big girl in that big girl in Texas land is a big girl, boy. You don't want to go down there. That girl is whatever that girl was. She was big.
She
She was
was
big.
bigger Olinda,
Oh
whatever.
yeah. Did you see, she was physical. You saw a couple times she threw some people down and
Did
they
you see her fall on? Oh, girl! I thought her head was gonna be just smashed like a pink.
and they called foul on Miriam. She got fouled. She fell on and got fouled. I'm like, I get the
Man,
big girl on me and you call a foul for
she
real.
needed a concussion protocol. Completed.
Maybe that's the definition of more cushion for the pushing right there. That's the definition of that. That stomach
Right.
bounced off her.
But
Yeah.
Juju will be back, coming back with a vengeance. She will, but she got something to come up against. That's a wall down there in
Now,
front of that goal.
now, Jennifer, I want you to pay attention to. Juju will be back, but I think there's like 3 or 4 people that transferred out of USC like this year too. So they're losing a lot of people, so she gonna come back with a brand new team. That wait a minute. Well, this is the portal. Next thing you know, you'll see Ladson out there playing with Juju. You'll see
Right.
Flage decide to transfer. You'll see some
I
crazy
think
things.
she is. I hope Booker transferred. So, no, we ain't gonna sleep on them. We ain't
No,
gonna
not
sleep
at
on
all.
Southern Cal. But tomorrow is actually set. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. This is going to be a dandy. What say you? Well, we already know, but I really
You
think
know
this
what say
matchup
me.
is gonna be. Do you
You
think it's
know.
gonna be a blowout though? Or do you think they're just gonna fight it out?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: if South Carolina wins, it's not gonna be a blowout. So I'm telling you that right now. It's gonna be one of those games that maybe we'll pull away, that kind of thing. Connecticut has the ability to blow South Carolina out. South Carolina doesn't have the ability to blow Connecticut. I'm gonna say that up front.
No, they're gonna need everybody firing on all cylinders. I mean, everybody. I'm too Wiley. She might want to have us some tricks up her sleeve and hit her layups. Everybody's gonna have to contribute tomorrow.
Yes.
It's gonna be a great game. I'm gonna say South Carolina will pull it out from experience. I don't know. UConn could really do this. So I just think it's gonna be a fight to the finish. Don Staley, she just need to have her team watch that game that they've got blown out this year over
At home.
and over and
At
over.
home. You got blown up by 28-29 at home.
Y'all need to scout that game.
So and that was the game that FUD opened up, and this is what their offense has been since then. Now, neither team has lost a game since then. Neither one since that game. For Connecticut before that game, but
Exactly.
but what I'm saying is, I'm hoping for a good game. I'm wanting a South Carolina victory, but if South Carolina, they need to come and play some defense, and they got to put people in front. I want to see the Joyce Edwards versus Sarah Strong matchup. They were 1 and 2 in high school. I want to see that matchup happen. See what happens
Love
there.
to see it. I would
You know
love
what I'm saying?
to see it. But what I don't want to see though tomorrow
What's that?
is this helpful. I'm so sorry.
Listen,
That girl couldn't carry a note in a bucket to the half court line and back.
all I know is when they said singing is the head cheerleader of Florida Gulf Coast or whatever.
I don't care who she
You,
was.
I'm like, you can't find nobody to want to sing at the Final Four.
It is
Nobody.
somebody on one of those beaches that could have sung better than that. A coach, anybody. Man, listen. And she got to go. She better not be singing tomorrow. I hope they got somebody else. It's gonna come down to a game of wills. Yeah, it's gonna be will versus skill. I can tell you that.
Oh
Who
yeah,
gonna
Will.
be the best? Who
Will
gonna
you
get
play
the most?
defense? Will you score more points than me? Will you be ready to play? But you will.
Will y'all get somebody else to sing the national anthem
And
tomorrow?
will you?
Because that was a disgrace to our country. I'm so sorry. My take, our take, kick
Listen,
rocks.
sometimes you just need that to get that revved up, and if that's what the best they could do, she sang it as best she could, and I'm proud of her because I'm gonna tell you right now, you put 25, 30,000 people in front of me, I'm gonna try to sing that song.
But you chose to do this.
You
You
gonna get a
chose
puppy
this.
remix from me.
Did nobody make you do this? You
you,
chose
you,
to do this.
you gonna get a remix from me. It's gonna be we're gonna have singers and dancers in the background because I'm gonna have to pick up my voice somehow.
See, even y'all daughter who cares less about basketball came in the room and asked, "Is she just smart?" She didn't like it either. I'm gonna take it. So she understand the rules of this game. You don't do this mess, but he'll have somebody else tomorrow. But Miss Juju, I hope
So
she doesn't have a surgery and all that good stuff. What was you
so
about to say?
So you saying finally when we put the nail on this championship coffin, you picking South I don't know, picking South Carolina to win.
I
Okay.
had South Carolina from the beginning. Yeah, I'm still rolling with them, but I think UConn can win. Hell
Oh,
yeah.
can win. Yes. Oh, they can.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
So we're gonna
we
see
just hope they don't.
Tuesday.
We
We'll
just
know Tuesday.
hold on.
We'll know tomorrow, but we'll be back on Tuesday. You
Let's
better
have to
get
throw
it
one in
on
for the
them.
kids. All right, we
Yeah.
good now.
You good now?
We
All
good
right.
now. All
All
right.
right. Juju on that beat, toe up knee and all. But she is an Naismith 2025 Player of the Year.
She won the
Couldn't ask for
Naismith.
more. Yeah.
I think she won the
Well, she
Don
had the
Staley
Naismith Trophy.
Award.
She won a Don Staley Award. She won a lot of awards. Flag won so many of them awards. They need a new trophy case this year. Okay, at their apartment, townhouse, wherever they live, dorm. But yeah, she is the Naismith everything. So going to give her kudos. Player of the Year, Naismith. What else? The only other awards she got? She got a few more.
Yeah, she won the Don. She won the Naismith. She won. I think AP Player of the Year because this is so many
A
awards.
few of them, but she won
Uh,
them all.
Congratulations, you
All of them.
deserve it. And I hope this is motivation to get that knee back and say, I'm gonna do this crap again. I want you to come back stronger than ever next year.
Yeah, they got to get her a sports psychologist, so she's gonna need that. And you can't get hands down. You can't really say much about this one. Defensive Player of the Year. The girl did. She guarded that damn goal. So I don't have no problem with this one.
It's hard to guard that goal when they shooting threes, player. But congratulations.
Yeah, because you came down there in the paint. It wasn't
Last night,
happening.
last night that defensive player didn't even matter because they were shooting threes over you. It can't even matter. But congratulations, Lauren Betts. You have
Yeah,
had a great season, and they showed something in the Final Four yesterday when they were playing. They were showing that. Did you see the old Stanford squad before everybody transferred? Because Betts was at transferred. I mean,
yeah, I
transferred
did
to
see
Stanford,
that. Yeah.
and Kiki was at Stanford and transferred out, and they had what's her name, who was the number 2 pick in the draft on that team, the one that
It was a
Lauren.
squad.
They had a squad, and I'm like, wow. Everybody's like, what happened? What
It
happened
was
to that?
definitely a squad.
So
And so, Coach of the Year.
I can't say that. Congratulations, you had a great year. I can't even say that.
She had a great year, man. I ain't hating on her. I'm not gonna hate on her. But that lady crazy as shit. But what I will say is, y'all these the only two left on this damn roster.
Now,
Between graduation and the portal, he's the only two left.
now there was some great noise that popped up this week because we talked on Tuesday about your Olivia Miles transferring. And then some noise popped out. The reason why she's transferring is because there's some things her doggo did some things that make her want to get out of there. And so I'm not going to dig deep into that now because I want to learn more about what it is. But it was like her doggo did some things, and I think it was think it was bringing out that maybe Miles is one sexual choice, and Hidalgo was against that, and she started putting stuff in there, and
Yeah.
there was some
Got
things that were going on between, and it's like, and
okay.
so Miles was like, listen, I'm out of this thing. I don't have to play with you, and
Yeah.
nobody's left on that poor team. Everybody either transferred or graduate, and I'm trying to figure why they getting away from the coach. Is it the point guard or the coach they trying to get away from?
I don't
Why is
know.
everybody leaving Notre Dame?
Hopefully it will something's gonna come out at some point. But yeah, she's out of there. I think LSU lost another player as well. What's her name?
Was it
One little
last year Poe?
last year, yeah, last year. She
They
broke
also
her
lost
down.
Smith. We talked about Smith,
Yeah.
but then we
Oh,
found out in sometime this week that they were dating.
oh, I didn't know that.
See, see, you got to get deep. And Malky has a problem. It's a history of Malky having a problem with people on her team
Yeah,
dating.
exactly.
So they're bouncing out because from what it says, Malky don't have a problem with you dating if you dated somebody from South Carolina, if you date somebody from Notre Dame.
But they
But if,
better not be on this team. We ain't
but if
got
they're
time.
on the
But I
same
think it
team,
does, I can see it not being so much of she's against gay kids, which I know she is because
we know
Brittany will
her
tell you.
history.
And yeah, Brittany will tell you. But cohesiveness on a team that will mess up some stuff. So,
Oh, drama
you,
messes up things all the time,
you could be a
and
gay coach
relationships and
and
drama.
still not want that on your team. You know what I
I
mean?
get it.
So, we'll see how it go. But Flanje, I think she's gonna peace out too. Honestly,
So she decided that she wasn't going into the
the
draft,
draft, but
but
I
she
think
didn't
she's
say
gonna
if she's
wait.
going to jump into the portal or not. She just said
Well,
she's
she's
coming back.
waiting. She's gonna wait because there's too many kids jumping in the portal. And I saw a video of Gino Ariema, and he said it great. He said it perfectly. Um, would anybody in the NBA would they have free agency during the NBA playoffs? Because
No,
that's what this is equivalent
that's exactly what it is.
of. Would they have free agency during the NBA playoffs? Like, no, you would not. You wait till the damn season is over with, and then you can do whatever you want to. I can see a problem with teammates dating. Heck yeah,
Hmm.
tearing all the pieces. Too emotional. But either way, I do see that as a problem. But we ain't gonna go there again today.
Yeah.
Won't go there
That's,
again today. But we are gonna move on over to men's
so can I
final.
ask you a question? I don't know if
Yeah.
it's on the rundown. So is that the same thing that happened in Indiana? That's why they got nobody left on their team. Everybody was dating.
Right, right. So yeah, Indiana men. It's Indiana men. They don't have a team
Yeah.
at all. Their whole team is in the portal. It's over 5,000 women in the portal right now. I think they said 13, 14,000 men in the portal. I'm like, is that many more men teams than women, but or whatever, or that many more that's in the portal than women. So it's a lot. It's a problem, and they might want to get a grip on it. And
They
that's all
they gonna
I'm.
have to figure if they want college basketball to move forward after the next year or so. They have to put a grip on this portal and this. Well, they're doing the NIL. They gonna lock that down. As you know, that salary cap go hit. But
But
they need to do something with this portal and have just an open one, just like free agency.
at the
Tampering
end.
from here to here. This is it.
They
This is
nobody
your window.
graduated. You still in school? Like I don't the semester ain't over. Great point about FA during the playoffs. It is free agency. It's stupid. Um, laughing my ass off. Thank you, Paul. That
Mm,
was funny, wasn't it? But it wasn't me. That was Gino. But we're gonna move over to the good old men's final four. So we'll catch y'all women tomorrow. I'll at you girls.
ooh,
But the men final four.
yeah.
Let's start out with this one. This is all set for today, 6:09 this evening, 5:09 Central Standard Time. Got a hair appointment. Let me get my ass back here. Uh,
I
floor
don't have
ain't
that problem.
open.
My hair appointment only takes me about a good solid 20, 45 minutes. That's with the massage. You know what I'm saying? The hot
Man,
towel.
Paul really Michigan had two players returned and May got them to this and May got them to the Sweet 16.
Good point. Good point.
Good
Good
point,
point.
man. Good point. I'll take that and be like, okay, you're right. You're right. There's always hope.
There's always yeah, with the
Always
transfer
hope.
again with that transfer portal, there's always hope. Ask
Always.
Florida. Ask for Clayton Jr. As you brought this up. Ask Florida about the transfer portal and what it can do for your squad. Because
Yeah,
Florida was an
Mr.
average squad
Iola.
last year.
Yeah, he was straight Mr. Iona, but he did take them to the Sweet 16. So don't sleep on him. All he
Yes.
did was cut the dreads. That's all he did was cut the dreads. He's what? He's Joe with immature
Without the
antics.
immature app. Yeah, that's because he ain't got all the money yet. he,
I'm
he's
gonna
stuck
keep
in
up with that one.
one of those cities like Memphis, who just, from what I heard, I don't speak out of turn, gang related. That's right. But that's not our point.
We'll
Clayton
get to
Jr.
that later.
Clayton Jr. Iona got Florida in the Final Four. The battle of the SEC, so we know at least one SEC team will be in the championship game, guaranteed. Out of the 17,488 teams that made the tournament from the SEC, we're at least gonna get one in the championship.
You
That's
so
all.
proud. ACC in there too. It's okay.
Yes,
It's
I want to
okay.
see that.
Y'all not used to it. That's why you so happy about it.
We're not used to it. What about the Kentuckys and the Arkansas who won the national championship? Those are SEC
Look
squads.
up who got the most national championships, and then holler back at me.
I don't have
Holler
to.
back at me. You ain't got to because it's common knowledge. Thank
I
you.
The truth is, I only focus on one squad, and we ain't got
Between
nothing.
Duke and Carolina, we got everybody locked down. Ain't shit you can do with us yet. Maybe after we die, somebody might want enough names to compete. Memphis, aka First 48 All Star. Man.
Listen, at least they got a TV network and a TV show, the First 48. They get their own show, Paul.
Who win in this game? We ain't even talking about these two damn things. Broom.
All right. I'm going for Florida. I am going for Florida. Auburn has been consistent, has been number one most of the season, kind of like UCLA, and they've been playing well and beating people. But I think this hot Florida squad, but this is going to win. But the fear is they played each other. This is not something new. They played each other a couple of times. But I'm gonna go with the Gator. How do you do it?
Whatever. Now, only thing I got on Florida is that I partied there one year.
Where did you party, Fair? Where did you party at?
Oh man, Florida know how to do it, y'all. Listen, they have a blue and white picnic every year. Jesus, I've lived. Beautiful campus. That's all I got. Auburn will win this as long as Broom stay healthy. His arm ain't tore up. He's had a few days to recover. I do think Florida's hot. I won't be shocked if they won. But I'm gonna stick with Auburn. We'll Paul Florida plays with their food too much, but I like them to squeak it out.
There you go.
Yeah,
My,
they
my,
do.
my fear with Broom is he gonna use that injury all of a sudden when they down by like 10. Oh, I'm hurt. So the excuse to get out.
I don't know, ain't like that. He ain't no punk. He been playing through everything. Come on now. Come on. That's how you gonna do him.
I didn't call him a punk, but I be like I said, they get down by 10 at a certain point, and he gonna be like, you know what, I'm hurt, and it's like this is the reason we lost because I was blah blah blah. I don't want no excuses. This is, as you said, as you just said about Booker. This is the Final Four. There is no excuses to be. I don't care unless you're kidney on the court. You better be out there playing, and they can tape yourself up and get back out and play. I don't care.
I don't think he's about that life. I think he's gonna do what's right. I don't think he's about that life. Don't try to put him out there like that. That's wrong. You just dead wrong.
Now you gonna call me a hater when I don't care? How you gonna hate when I don't even care?
Auburn is about to win this game.
Florida.
It could. Now this one, yeah. Houston all day. Now I am very worried because I don't think Houston can score enough points. So their defense better win this damn game. If they're not going to be able to score enough points with them, Flag is on a tear. Come on, Houston.
This is the South Carolina Connecticut game all over again. Duke has the ability to blow out Houston, but Houston has the ability to shut down and make it a close game and win. Yep. That's the same thing we just said about the women's championship game tomorrow night. This is what this is. So it's going to be a matter of will on this kind of thing. Can Houston keep Duke from shooting those 3-pointers? Because they're shooting at a higher percentage than they were during the
season. They haven't faced a defense like this.
But tell me, what offense has Houston faced it like this?
But I'd rather have better defense. Defense will stop an offense. That's what I can say.
Only in football. In basketball, 101. 101, I can beat you. Better offense.
We're gonna see.
We won't see
it. Which one prevails.
Battle of wills. Now, on excuse me, as a visual, I would love to see Duke play Florida for a championship game. But as a wanting to pick a game, I'm gonna say I would love to see Houston win because I want to see that squad get a chance to finally play for a national championship and maybe win one like they couldn't do when I was growing up, when they had better talent and couldn't
I
score
would
and they
have
couldn't
liked to
win.
see this game as the national championship game, but
That did Paul say Houston's team is older than the Showtime Lakers? Oh my God, I'm
hold on,
done.
wait a minute. When he said put Room Daddy in the game and they win by 20.
True.
Houston team is older than the Showtime Lakers. They are. Y'all gonna quit hating on my Houston team. That old wisdom is gonna help them through. Y'all haters.
That's like when we was growing up, we had that old dude on the court. You know what I'm saying? And no matter how young and the energy you had, that old dude had that old man game. It could beat you up.
Man.
No matter what you
So who you got? So who playing for the Natty?
again, since I don't have a dog in the fight, I've already picked Florida, and I would love to see Houston have a chance, but I'm saying Florida and Duke. That's what my final.
Auburn and Houston.
So we totally opposite. So our luck is gonna be it's gonna be
one
Florida
way or
and Duke.
the other. One way or another. Yeah.
Get you.
I promise you, Florida. So Paul says he got Florida and Duke cuts down the net.
Now ain't nobody saying about Duke cut no nets down. Ain't nobody in this whole conversation talking about no Duke cut no nets down.
But he got to be the dummy. He got to be. But since he said Duke may cut the nets down, they have an opportunity. I couldn't find the rest of the pictures. I know he got a few more awards. Sorry. But he did get AP Player of the Year, Freshman of the Year, Oscar Robinson Award, trophy, and plenty more. So with this dude, I can see them taking out Houston, but I don't want that. So I hope. All right.
Well, first, congratulations on all your awards, and you can take your trophy case and go to the NBA next year. Happy for you.
Don't get no trophies over there though.
But listen, we knew this dude was going to win all these awards when they talked about him coming into Duke as like the best. So, and at that point, we didn't know anybody else in college basketball because nobody knew coming into the season who was who anymore because of this portal, where would happen. So, but he was the best player of the year. He had the most hype. He lived up to what he was supposed to live up. He's not the greatest player, but he's the best player on the court most of the time, and that's all you have.
He's the best player in college basketball right now, but Duke never does well in the NBA, not to that extent. Their ratio is not great. So we'll see how it works out for him.
They got a couple of good ones that still in the league.
They do. I don't believe that he's gonna be that. I don't think so. When Flag gave Team USA that work.
Yeah, the boy said that he did give him that work. They were like,
he gave him that work.
So
that boy.
I'm gonna give him his props. I just hate Duke.
I give him his props. Congratulations. I hate Duke. I think he's a great player. We'll see how he transitioned to the league after this. And then basically they went ahead and said, damn it, it's a tie. We don't know.
Okay, I don't disagree with that.
I don't disagree with it. I think those were the two finals we actually voted for the other week when we talked about who we felt like would be.
Yep.
I said the only reason I said not Rick Pitino is whoever lost. If you lost, then you probably lost your chances. And when Rick lost that night, I was like, oh, that's a wrap. But hey, I can dig it.
Congratulations to Coach Pitino. Welcome back to college basketball. I don't like the way you're doing it. Because like I said, I want these high school players to get a chance, but no high school player going to St. John's. You're going to have to be at least 22 to play for him because he only wants grown men. Congratulations. Go do your thing. And Bruce Pearl, you've done everything for Auburn basketball other than bring Charles Barkley back. So congratulations on what you're doing. Because listen, everybody thought Auburn was a football squad, and then you really brought it back. So congratulations to Auburn. Congratulations to Bruce Pearl and Rick Pitino.
And I hope Samson wins, but the offense is expensive. Well, they both won.
So
give the strippers a.
Listen, this is not Louisville. Those days are over, sir. There's over. They don't do that anymore.
It's been redeemed.
And they're not strippers. They're a high-paid stripper. They had a different group, sir. Let's let that go.
Escorts.
The escorts. Thank you. And he had a coach hired just to run that business for him at Louisville. That was a great. See, he was ahead of his time. That's the original NIL. Instead of paying money, he paid with something else. The original NIL. Go
You know
ahead,
what?
man.
Ain't nobody for it, man. Listen, he's been redeemed. I've been redeemed.
Listen, excuse me. I want you to ask: is NIL a benefit? Is it a benefit? Yes.
It benefits your bank account, but it
So,
ain't benefiting these schools.
so those
What's going
strippers,
on?
those strippers were technically a benefit. So Louisville should have never gone on probation and lost that championship because it's a benefit, just
I'm
like
not going
NIL.
to it. I'm not going with you. We're going to the NFL. Y'all are trash.
Thank you,
Anything
Paul.
for
I
the
forgot
money.
all about
If
that.
it ain't about the money,
Oh, it was about money. They got paid. Somebody
yeah,
got paid.
they did. Now, yesterday I was looking all over, like, where is this pro day? Finally rolled up on it. I did get to see it, a little bit of the pro day. I don't know if you got to check it out.
Yes.
What you think it should do? I think he looked. Hey, he was calm, cool, and collect.
Well, he listen. I thought he was gonna come out there in some, some pressure shorts and a jersey. Red. He come in some casual shorts, a t-shirt. Be like, listen, this is what I do every day. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do
And he
every
was
day.
dropping dimes out there for Horn and whoever else, whatever receiver wanted to run a route.
And that was impressive. And Dion talked about it. Not only was, usually you get grandma receivers or somebody who's freshman and just kind of run out. He had all his receivers from the season. Everybody came back to catch for this dude. Now that was beautiful. I love that. That's a thumbs up to what Coach Dion is doing. You know what I'm saying? He was throwing them darts. You right, Paul? Them boys were catching and looking good catch. They were making money for themselves. The
Look,
receivers
they
were
were
making
back
money too.
flipping. He was making them look good. So he did awesome. And then I seen some dude do the vertical. Oh my God. Damn, I think they needed to add some more flags on it.
Yep. Listen, everybody showed out at Colorado. Dion had them boys ready, except one of those dudes who had a bet with his daddy that if he ran a 4.4, his daddy was gonna buy him a car. Shiloh and Dion had a bet. If I run the 4.4 in the 40, you gonna buy me a brand new car. And they had a bet. Shiloh came with a 4.52.
Yeah, when Horn is sitting at a 4.3.
And the funny part, Dion, they asked Dion, so he ran the 4.5 and the 4.4. What are you gonna get? A hug?
But this is why I keep telling y'all, Shiloh, man. Good luck, man. That's all I'm saying. Ain't go down to do. Don't
No,
want them all to make it.
excuse me, 4.5 as a safety. That's a very good speed. He's not a corner. He's a safety. And a 4.5 safety is a great number. That is a great number for safety.
Well, whatever. Should the Titans rethink him at number one?
No.
Why?
No. Cam is the number one quarterback. Shiloh is number two. That's what my thoughts. I've seen it all. Number one, okay, Paul, I'm gonna ask this question to you out here. It depends on what you're looking for. Because Shiloh is a legitimately 21, 22-year-old, been to college for him, it's transferred. And Cam is 29 to 40, who's been to 17 different schools. What you looking for? I think Cam has more experience and can come into your offense right now where you have to sit Shiloh for maybe a year or so. Do you have the ability to have somebody start and keep Shiloh on the bench for a year? Because you don't want to get him out there and get him gunshot because your offensive line may get him killed or something. You don't want that. So do you have the ability to sit him for a year and take that?
Damn, that's good shit. All right, homie. All right, run the board, bitch. Shiloh gonna be a good kickoff. Yes, that's about it.
That's
right. But that's how you start out. That's how you make the team. You gotta be good on special teams. I'm looking for more than 3 wins.
Okay. The question is he gonna give you more than 3 wins the first season? That's the question.
Yeah, because your boy Williams didn't, or did he?
But we gonna leave that there. We gonna talk about Tennessee because the only person want to talk about Tennessee is him because nobody else in the NFL talk about him. No, we can do that.
Well, bye. He retired, Mr. Jones. He said, "I've had enough."
Congratulations.
13, 15, something like that.
Yeah, 13 years. Yeah. Great wide receiver. I'm sorry he had his chance of winning the Super Bowl in Atlanta, and it wasn't him because he made one of the most spectacular catches we've ever seen in the Super Bowl.
In his life.
And they still lost, losing a 28-3 lead. I feel bad for that, but he had a great career. He had a great career at Alabama. I remember seeing Alabama and South Carolina play when he was there, and I hated him then too. So congratulations. Good career. I don't know if it's Hall of Fame worthy. I can't answer that question. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But you are
going to if you do.
But nobody's going to forget that dude was a monster with a 6 foot whatever, built like a truck, So
The Ford, Ford truck. Trying to tell you. But no, going back, congratulations. We got the number one pick. Would be nice. I get it, but what I didn't go over is Mr. Oh no, he's definitely not a Hall of Famer. Just sorry, just didn't have that kind of seasons. But what's his name? Hunter. Is it
yes.
Hunter was catching one in the ball?
Now I
Just
was
want to
listening to
say
something
that.
about Hunter this morning. And it was like, well, he should try to go in as a wide receiver because wide receivers make twice as much money as defensive backs. That's number one.
Yeah.
So, but they were saying he would be like the third or fourth wide receiver overall versus the number one defensive back coming up. So what? If you're gonna pay me $50 million a year to catch a ball, I can go 3 plays a year on the defensive
Yeah.
side and intercept the ball. I don't give. I don't
And
give
you
a
all
hoot.
going under a rookie contract, so the real money ain't coming for a couple years. You got to
Into
go
the
out here and prove yourself.
exactly. So, but
Unlike
yeah,
basketball.
but he was catching the ball. He was running crisp routes. He was doing everything. He has put himself in the bit. He's one of the top three now. Paul, that's the question you need to ask. Do you go? Do you not go for him, or do you go for that quarterback? I mean, you need one. We know you need one. No, I understand the need for a quarterback. Don't get me wrong. I live with that every day. I understand the need. But do you pass up a generational player like Hunter? Is the question. That's the tough part.
You're a dummy if you do. That's
But
what I will say.
but is Hunter the number one pick in the draft? Because that's what Tennessee has. Is
I
there the
mean,
number one pick? That's the
it just
question.
depends. What is the number one? What is the number one thing that Tennessee needs? That's what's going to
Quarterback.
determine the number one pick.
Quarterback.
Period. So there it is. It's not so much his skill set as the worst team need. That's all I got. These lottery picks. It is what it is. So whoever is the number one pick, that's what the need is. That's who's going number one. You better be the best in your position so you can be that number one damn draft pick. But somebody's over at T. Anomaly 1911. Yo, T. Oh, I forgot you don't do yo. I'm gonna take that 1911 and I'm gonna say he's a yo.
That's that's my boy LeBron, who's a capo. That he know better. We don't yo over here.
We love you over here too. Don't even worry about it.
We don't yo over here. He know better than
Don't
that.
worry about
What
it.
up,
We know
man?
you. He said damn it, he said yo.
Whatever. I'm gonna get
No,
at you. We see.
he'll bark for you a little bit.
Oh,
Earth. No, we need Cam. You see Levis last year. Exactly.
yes. I
So
saw
there
Levis
you
last
is.
year, and Levis had a bad year. But now you're gonna add another wide receiver on the other side to help him. Putting talent around a quarterback makes the quarterback better. Being a great quarterback with no talent doesn't really matter. I'm not saying Levis is good or great, but you got to put talent around, and he would bring talent around to make Levis
Well,
even better. Is my motto.
I mean, if Rogers can make a wide receiver come with him, so maybe somebody will come play with him. So we'll see how it go. But the NFL had a couple of trades. That was a little questionable for me. It's like, damn. Well, the Bears signed Case Keenum.
They needed a backup. They needed a backup.
How they did? If we can trade down, then yes, get Hunter. But why would you want to trade down?
Because we know nobody's gonna pick Hunter number one. So what you do is you make a deal. You make a deal with the Giants, who got the third pick. Let them get number one. You get the third pick in a second round, a third round,
And
whatever,
take
and you
Shador?
still get Hunter. And you can still get Hunter on the third pick. But you're losing.
Okay. Well, maybe they'll do that. They'll turn around. Trade.
Great.
A trade has just come in. All right, we will see. Yeah, if you can trade them, then that probably will be a good situation, depending on how TT just explained it. But back to the Bears. Case Keenum, they like, fuck you, Williams. We don't trust you. We need somebody back here to do something because we don't know about you.
Actually, I think that's the opposite. Because we only got Case Keenum, we trust you, dude. Don't you ever get hurt? Because this is all we got in the backup.
Yeah, because Case can take this over. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. It can't get worse than what you got because Williams did nothing. His $1 billion contract he's looking for. So that's what I'm gonna say. If we can get multiple first, then yes, because we are toaster juice. You said it, not me.
We ain't gonna talk about your team. Well, we'll see. I don't know about that multiple first, but you don't need multiple first.
Right?
You still get your first round pick, and you still get maybe a pick next year. Whatever. Who cares?
Mr. 1911 said that game last night had me gone.
He's a Gamecock. You know. You know how we do. We all sweat. We
Hey,
didn't even talk to each other. We didn't boys. We got a little.
he
We got
wouldn't
a.
talk to me. He
We
wouldn't
weren't
talk
talking
to
to each other.
me.
We all
That's
watch the
rough.
game represent. That's what
I
we
guess
do.
I'll holler at you tomorrow evening and shit, because I'm not even back. You ain't leaving me on red again. I'm good. I
That's
am
crazy.
good. Won't even reach out to your
That is
ass.
crazy.
But he's over there. We'll see how that go for him. Cowboys still having their yard sale. They don't want to pick up nobody.
Now
They're
I'm
trading for Joe
disappointed in this.
Milton.
I'm disappointed in this because he chose the Cowboys. What he did was he talked to the Patriots because they were going to trade him, and there was a lot of teams, including my Steelers, who offered a lot more in the package than what the Cowboys offered. But he wanted to go to learn under Dak, and I can't get mad at that at all. I don't know if it's learn under Dak or realize that Dak ain't gonna be there next year. He can get a starting position.
Or he can, if he does exactly what he needs to do, he's gonna always be that backup. Because in you gotta think about it, in Dallas, the backup quarterback's been playing more in the last 5 to 7 years than the damn starter.
True.
So you are about to, but just know Jerry will take you out because he ain't gonna pay you for playing so many games to get your little bonus. That
But
won't happen.
this dude here had potential because he went to, and I know Paul is ready to say this. He went to Michigan and transferred out of Michigan and went to
Did you see
Tennessee.
what Paul said?
Oh God, he has the best looking interceptions in football. I can't even
Incompletions.
completions. I can't even.
They're beautiful. Just beautiful incompletions.
I can't even. No, I'm done with that.
Oh, Lord have mercy. But yeah, I mean, honestly, if he's thinking that way and trying to find him a path for the next 5, 6 years, pretty good situation.
Listen. I love. I don't say this often, but I love this for the Cowboys because I love this kid and his potential is really good. So if you're gonna move on for Dak, have this, and I guess that's why they gave up something for. Well, they got it. So good for him and good for them.
Well, just speaking of that, but the thing is, this is a triangle. So I think JoJo better know what he's doing, because you see with this man, he had to leave. He going to Baltimore, which is
Mm-hmm,
a great situation for him.
mm-hmm.
They paid him a little bit of change to be the backup. And
But
he said, "Damn you, Jerry, because you didn't pay me." They shitted him.
here's my situation with Baltimore. I think on the other side of that, on the opposite side of that is Baltimore's betting that your boy don't get hurt either because you're gonna have to change your whole system for this dude to play as your backup because it's not a running, moving quarterback like you would
Well,
have.
they could use him as a quarterback and let your boy be a receiver.
Wide
He's a
receiver,
running
running back,
back.
and
Just let him
anything.
do it all. Both of them in the game. Who's getting the snap?
Who is getting the snaps? But they needed a backup. They got Cooper Rush, and Cooper's like, listen, I was here for you in Dallas, and I played really well when your boy was hurt 800 games of the year, and you don't even want to pay me. Peace. I go to Baltimore, sit behind, and get real money, and they don't have to really play no more.
Exactly. He has a live arm, but not much tough. Needs a good QB coach to develop, and I think he's gonna get that. He'll get
Yes, because they got that Schottenheimer dude down there in Dallas. I'm excited about what he can do with the quarterback. Oh my God. All right.
Schmidt.
Now, wasn't there another quarterback trade movement?
Yes,
Something
it
that
was. So that's my whole thing with Milton. You might get that. You got to sit your ass back there and be just sitting there, but maybe he's okay with just sitting and doing nothing. But I'm so glad that Trey is out of there. Okay, that this is just wasted talent.
Yeah, this boy has been traded now. This is what, the third time
Yeah,
he's been
but
traded.
Jerry set him back there and just set him back there. That was horrible.
He was a first round pick from San Francisco that didn't get it. He was traded to Dallas. Now he signs with the Chargers, and I love where he is because Harbaugh going to have him right there, and they're going to get him in that room, and they're going to do some things. And I know San Diego has a quarterback. We know they do, but this dude is finally get a chance to sit and learn under something, and maybe get a chance to maybe get some spot play and get his career moving in the right direction because he has a great arm. He was just young coming out of North Dakota State. No, he didn't have any experience then. What do you think? This is the rule of sitting somebody for a couple of years and letting them play. That's what this is right here. That's why Love got so successful in Green Bay. He sat a couple of years behind whoever. We call him no names because we're not going to say his name on this podcast right now. He sat behind whomever. And then look what he has become now. This dude just needs a chance. That's all.
Yeah, and he will. And now 1911, he's not my friend anymore. I'm talking about DC4L.
He's
Go
a
ahead.
Cowboy fan.
Go ahead.
Now you know why we were talking to him. See, I was
yeah,
trying not to
now
bring that into play.
that's a good fit for him with Harbaugh. It definitely is. He'll hand the ball off with. Just don't fumble the ball. Just don't
Your
fumble
Paul.
the ball.
That ain't funny because they're gonna be handing off to Najee Harris, and I'm still not happy about that. So let's not have that conversation whatsoever. Thank you.
So last week we talked about the different rules that they changed up.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday we talked about it, and you already know that I am a big old fan of Buffalo Bills quarterback.
Yeah.
They just do him wrong. Every year they change the damn rules right after it makes a difference in his damn life. So 2022 doesn't get the ball in overtime.
We lost. It's our fault. They didn't give us the ball.
2022 NFL changes the damn OT rule.
Woo! Now we get the ball. We get a chance. We're gonna beat Kansas City this year because we're gonna get a chance.
2025 doesn't get the first down.
Hold on now. I know we got that first down. Look at the ref moves the thing. You feel you're cheating us. You're cheating.
Now the NFL changes the first down measurement. We're gonna laser that hole. Yeah,
You can't cheat us no more. You can't cheat us no more. That's gonna be your first down. Whatever.
Man, that ain't even right. That ain't even right. That ain't right, man. Somebody tell you silver for this. This is not right. Y'all have done my man on. This is 2 Super Bowls. 2 Super Bowls he should have rings for. Wrong.
Excuse me. You don't have rings because you didn't win. It doesn't matter despite
these rules made the difference of these damn Super Bowls. Don't act like it. Do not act like you didn't.
No, they didn't. Because they didn't win the Super Bowl because Kansas City didn't win that Super Bowl in the second one. But Philadelphia did. It wouldn't have made no difference.
Made a damn rule for everyone.
And number
okay.
And number two, the other one, if you would have stopped the dude with 13 seconds left in the game, we wouldn't even have these issues right now. All you had to do was stop a dude for 13 seconds.
These rules made a damn difference. The Buffalo Bills stimulus. I'm mad about this. I am absolutely mad about this. It is so true, and it just don't make any damn sense. Get it, man, champ. Oh yes, I'm trying to tell y'all.
Excuse me. What about the Baltimore Ravens? Oh, if it wasn't raining, the ball was slippy. My tight end would have scored. Y'all would have won.
No new rule. When they come up with a rule,
come on, man. What is that?
Dry the ball off between.
Yes, let's have a slippery rule. I mean, we're gonna have a slippery ball rule coming up next year. I mean, for real, just win the game.
Whatever, man.
First, I just want to win a playoff game.
Figure out who the hell your quarterback gonna be.
I just want to win a playoff game for the first time since 2016. And you want to complain about our rule? Listen, if you wanted to get a first down, get the first down. If you wanted
my man, you
wanted the ball, you should have stopped him with 13 seconds. I don't care about the ball. I love this.
My man, you ain't got to agree.
No. Play better, be better.
My man, just like the NBA is shitting on John Morant. That boy, I'm telling you, it's hard out here in these streets. Whether you broke or have money.
Unfair though. Let's be real. Yes, they charge you $75,000. You haven't spent it 2 years so far in your career because of a gun scenario, and the first thing you do is you got a gun salute as part of your celebration.
I get it, but who's not doing it? Who's not doing this? Should be a lot of $75,000 fines out this bitch in the league. Should be a lot of them. Hell, just the other night should be a lot of them.
Listen. No, it's not a fine unless you've got suspended twice for gun charges. And everybody else is doing. You can't do what everybody else do because you already on thin ice. You listen. If you got 2 charges for smoking weed, you can't smoke weed the third time and say, "Oh, because everybody else smoking weed, everybody else ain't got those 2 charges." You got it, so you can't come back to me and say, "Oh, I'm gonna still use the gun thing. I just not gonna have a real gun in my hand this time." Oh, okay.
I mean, I get it. I trust and believe. Paul and them talked about this on the Extra Point earlier this morning. Y'all have to join them 9:00 a.m. Central Time on Saturdays. But yeah, definitely. I don't agree that I get why he isn't. He has trouble. He has a past. He does, but y'all can't just single the man out. You go, what's good for the goose is good for the damn gander. I get he had it, but you can't just every single time he does something, and this is the same thing. The very next game you watch, or hell, within the same game, somebody else does it. So if he's gonna get fined $75K, then he go back and watch every game since this bitch, which is a lot. And charge them out. I guarantee you the NBA will make a lot of money if they went back and fined everybody who put up the gun because they hit a 3.
It's not good for the goose if the goose has already been shooting the other ganders already. If you done shot me a couple of times, you can't point a gun at me and think you're not going to shoot at me. Sorry, that's the problem here. I get it. Everybody does it.
But his statement right here makes it make you know that something else is with it. Draymond got fined $25K for choking the fuck out of Gobert. You gonna get him that gets you cut off a man's air supply.
Okay, here's the problem. Did Draymond leave that game, go out in the hood, and go grab somebody by the throat in the street and choke him out?
No, what I'm saying is that you're gonna charge him 75 grand and only charge him 25 for almost taking a person's life. We almost saw his soul leave out of Gobert. Gobert turned purple.
Yep. But guess what? Draymond only choked the dude on the court. He doesn't have a history off the court of this being a bad look for the NBA.
Don't know, he probably do it to his wife.
Hazel still stay there. She didn't leave. So if you choke me out a couple times, I'm gonna take my kid. I got 3 kids. I'm gonna take my kids and leave.
The rules for everyone, just like the NFL right now. They're not calling out one person for doing the sniffing. They tell, look, 15 yards for everybody. 15 yards for everybody. Well, what's going to be the situation? Then put this shit in fine print. You can't make up these rules along the way and just find people left and right. I get it. He has a history, but was he banned from this? Show us that Adam talked to him and told him you can never do this, so we're going to find you this set amount. Now we see this, and he agreed to it, fine. But he went to rehab. He did everything he was supposed to do, and he's not doing anything different than other players. That's all I'm saying. But he's stupid because you got to play the game sometime. It's a twofold. He should know better.
Again, I think a couple of years ago, and I don't know the exact number, Memphis decided to pay me $1 billion. And once I became that superstar at Memphis, then I started doing silly things. And that's a threat to your money. If they didn't threaten your money before and they suspended you and took money from you and you hadn't realized now the reasoning behind it because you say, okay, everybody's doing it. Hold on, player. Everybody did not get caught with the gun. Everybody did not put themselves in the video. And dude, I love this dude. He's from South Carolina. I love the things about this dude. But when is maturity going to kick in? Dude, sometimes if you want to be in this league, you don't do certain things. It's a game. Do you know how many players who are better than Durant or LeBron or Jordan who've never made the league for stupidity? Just because of stupidity alone? And you still doing this? And you still in the league?
He made it. He went ahead and made it first. Then he did the stupid shit. He kept that shit on the low. You got this level for this. But he don't know the level now. He just got to his head. And like I said, he's hood. And you sometimes, it don't matter how much is in your bank account. You hood.
The problem is the boy ain't hood. The boy from a small town in South Carolina. He ain't hood whatsoever.
I'm from a small town, North Carolina, and I know some hood folk, and I've been called hood. It is what it is.
They country. They ain't hood. They just country. They hood. They country. That's what it is. They country. And the problem is you know no better because you let influences do it. And like I said, I don't think it makes sense. But if I tell you right now, if he do it again, that 75 gonna be 75 games and you ain't gonna be back in this league. And see what your money look like at that point.
I mean, then he'll just be like Embiid. He'll play the same amount of games as Embiid and LeBron. But look,
load management for 75 games.
Let me get to these comments. Let me get to these comments over here. Oh, we got 1911 over here. They need to leave Ja alone. I mean, touche. He's being what scapegoated. There are others doing the same gesture, but they aren't finding them double standard. Are guns illegal? Is y'all registered gun owner? I don't see the problem.
LeBron, the problem with that is guns are not illegal. Showing a weapon and making videos with your gun is illegal in the NBA. Just like a driver's license. You don't have a right to have a driver's license. You have to.
He ain't got no gun in his hand, man.
Listen, the act of showing a gun is the problem. I don't disagree with y'all. I think everybody should get fined for it, but he should know better. After a certain point, when do you know better? That's my question. When is that? And your daddy sitting there celebrating with you. When does he know better? If you don't know better, I mean, if your daddy don't know better, when you know better.
We ain't talking about Usher number 2. We not doing that. His that was a police chokehold, and Draymond got an extensive history report. You can't get no deeper than that 25K though. And we know this man. Farrell cooking. What time is dinner? 6. He's gonna do it again because he do slow shit. He probably got a gun on him at all times. As a Grizz fan, I agree with T, but as an NBA fan, I agree with Farrah.
Listen, I agree with Farrah too, but my problem is when are you gonna learn? You are the only one who's gotten these situations. That's all.
Some folks never learn. Shit.
Okay.
Just
Well,
saying.
what's our favorite
He
song,
would.
Farrah? What's our favorite? You gonna about to lose your job.
Shit, ain't nobody. I guarantee you the whole league hope they kick him off the team because we will pick his ass up. Okay, come on, Texas. We got open law state. He can come join the mass and carry a gun in
Yeah,
the CBS.
but the NBA gonna suspend him for like 150,000 games, so you can sign him, but he'll never play.
Shit, whatever.
So,
Killing me. Yeah, he usher number 2. He usher number 2. Okay. Who moving right along?
oh, I'm pissed at you. Oh, I am so pissed at you.
Wait a
This is
minute,
why.
right? He needs to focus on the team falling from 2 to the damn play-in. Now you can be mad at me. What?
Because on Tuesday, you hyped it up. Torrance, there's 2 of the greatest games gonna be coming on tonight, and we're gonna watch. You hyped it. I'm like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, fair. You right. Great. And then you went ghost, and we ain't talk about none of these games after the results of the game, fair. When one dude put up a 61, 10, and 10.
Well,
And the
the
other went in double overtime.
You've been hiding from because you scared of USC game shit.
I was not hiding on Wednesday. I was hiding on Thursday. You just ain't say nothing. You went ghost. I'm like, she ain't saying nothing about this game. Go ahead. Let's talk about it.
I was working. Let me go over to these comments before I get ahead of myself over here on the good Instagram. It's not a thing of legality. I got you. What he did was not good for branding.
There you
go. Violated a moral clause.
There you go.
Everybody's morals are different.
Not in the NBA. You better even under what our rules are. You don't play. That's simple. I understand it.
Hey, all I'm saying, if old dude rest his soul, the one that used to be over the NBA, he wouldn't be in the NBA no more.
No. Stern. Oh, Stern. The last name is Stern. He's Stern for a reason. He's stirred for a reason. They'd be like, listen, okay, you want to show that gun? Show that gun at your house when you out of my league. That's what you're going to do.
Yeah, okay. Well, look, I'm glad we cracking you up, but TT can go to shit with all of this. But look here, Jokic. You get... big slapping dude that dropped 61, 10, 10, and 6 and still lost the damn game, man. And they didn't want to cry about it. So, Westbrook, that's all I'm going to say. Let's put the picture up there. Y'all saw the damn game.
Listen, I don't care about what Westbrook did because you know what Westbrook did? It was what Westbrook always does. It's no different. We've seen this 100 times. We've seen the dude can't hit layups sometimes. He can't hit free throws, but he's one of the greatest point guards that ever played. Statistically, the greatest point guard to ever played this game, who's averaged a triple-double. So I don't have no beef. He made a mistake. But the problem is, does anybody not pay attention to the 61, 10, and 10, which is the third time in history that has ever happened?
Listen. That's how this dude ain't no joke.
And
that is wild, ain't it?
And he's not going to win MVP. You're correct.
He's not going to win MVP
because Shea got a team. Shea got a team, and he's been playing out of his leg. And his team is 18 games ahead of Denver. So yes, legitimately, he doesn't have a leg to stand on. But putting these stats up are crazy. And the funny part is this dude can't jump, the dude can't move, but you can't.
Not one of these was a dunk. Not 1 point was a dunk. And he's 6'9". Like, are you kidding me?
And the only reason he had only 10 rebounds and 10 assists because he scored 61. He could have scored 8.
No rebounds. Hell,
he scored rebounds again.
And it was nothing to rebound.
Oh, I love this dude. I love what he does.
Literally, SJ is the most boring MVP ever.
Now, Paul, I gotta disagree with you. He just plays in a boring market. If he played anywhere else, it'd be a different. He played Oklahoma City. Ain't number 7 people watch Oklahoma City play this year, but those 7 people know they're really good. That's the only problem with you.
He really is. But what the real question is which 15 going in them rafters one day?
Oh, Jesus.
Bet you weren't ready for that.
Oh, you know what's gonna happen.
Which one is going in these hot dog rafters? Like,
Jokic.
Color coded?
No, Jokic. Because what Denver gonna say is he made the rafters in New York. He made the Hall of Fame. Blah blah blah. So we gonna get it. Maybe they put the old market, the old uniform for Anthony.
How are you retired? How are your jersey and Raptors and all your other teams are not here?
Ask Kevin Garnett. Ask Kevin Garnett right now. Ask him. Ask Kevin Garnett because he doesn't have a jersey in Minnesota. He does not, and that's where he made his money. That's where he made his career.
You think of him? Oh, you think it's Minnesota? Okay.
And it's not up now. His
They
argument was
Carter like that. Carter getting his shit in the Raptors everywhere he played.
But the only thing that they said with Garnett had a problem with the ownership, so he's going to be in the Raptors now because they just sold the team.
Did he die? Oh, okay.
They just sold the team to Alex Rodriguez and his partner are now the owners of the Minnesota Timberwolves. But before that, his number is not up there in Minnesota. But this is a very good question. Maybe you put both of them. Maybe you just retire number 15 as the two greatest players that ever played in the organization. I mean, I love Alex.
Nah, you can't. You can't. How do you do that?
If Kobe can get 8 and 24 retired, they can retire 15 twice.
I guess you're right. Gotta be Joe. Melo didn't win there.
That's a solid point.
That's a solid point, but
that's a tough
question. I was just wondering how y'all felt about the whole situation because which one's going in the Raptors?
You got it right. The light blue one will go under Anthony, and then the dark blue go under color coded. That's all they do.
But I only have one more picture left. I only have one more. I know you saw this game the other night. Let's talk about the game because when I show the picture, you're gonna be done with me. I already know. But we had the Warriors and the Lakers because these were the two games. That's why I said these were important games. I need them to go a certain way because first I don't want them in. Yeah, I care about the Mavs coming on up, but we might as well call it a season. It is what it is. We'll probably do the play in, but the Warriors put a little spanking on them. They went on ahead and beat them 123-116.
7 points is a spanking these days?
Yep, it is between these two teams. Goddamn right. Between LeBron, Fat Boy, and Kerr. Everybody got to be burped.
Now, I'm going to accept this picture because the Warriors won and the fact that the Warriors beat the Nuggets last night. So I'm going to accept this picture. But the fact is, the Lakers are 3-1 on the Warriors so far this year, and so the diaper should be changed the other direction.
It matters when it matters.
So I'm gonna love this, and I love what the West is going. Like I said, now the Lakers are the 3 seed, and Golden State is tied with Denver for 4th now, and they're the hottest team in basketball.
It's only like 6-7 games left.
It is going to be a great put. Yeah. Somebody could be you can be the 2nd seed or in the play-in. That's how this thing is going right now.
So Tuesday, when we come on Tuesday, and you guys come on and watch us Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, we will go over the play-in and see where we're at because there's going to be a lot of games between now and Tuesday. So definitely want to see where we're at because I think playoffs start with 14-15 to play in. We'll be done with college basketball. We will have 2 champions. All that good stuff. So
does LeBron have a dress on in this picture for real?
Yeah, he does. It's not a dress. It's one of them little gowns they put on little babies, I won't say he has a dress on, but
I love the button up. I love Luka's button up. He looks just like his daddy. Got the button up.
Okay. He got man, listen. That's all I'm gonna say. Good luck to that. But NBA, we will catch up with them Tuesday to see what's going on, what's popping with this play-in tournament. A lot of games between now and Tuesday. We only got 6-7 games left. I think by Tuesday, but a couple more, 3 games. They're gonna play 5 of them today. So, but outside of that, make sure you guys check in on the college basketball. Men's Final Four starts this evening. Women's will do their natty tomorrow, and Monday will conclude the men's national championship. What you got, T?
I'm going to end this on a sad note. Over the last week or so, big news in the Texas area is about this young little black boy, young gentleman killing this little white boy at that track meet. I don't know if you've seen it, Farrah. It was a horrible scenario and a horrible situation. But what's been worse since then is how they tried to make this person look and how they tried to make him look like a killer, a gang member or whatever because he stabbed the other gentleman. Now, the other gentleman lost his life, and there's never a situation where life should have been lost at a track meet because somebody wanted to move somebody from sitting somewhere else. That should never happen. But the fact is, you now trying to kill the other dude who was basically, what we finding out, was defending himself. Those two guys were messing with him, jumped him, pushed him, fought him, broke his phone. But you trying to make it look like he is a killer, showing pictures of him with a gun in his hand. But if you spread the pictures out, it was him and his friends with an air rifle that they all do in the Texas and Frisco area. We all do, not we, because I don't have one, but everybody does that. So there's no thing. I'm like this. Let's get to the bottom of the case first. Let's figure out what really happened before we convict somebody. We know we lost a life and it's sad. And either way, that's not coming back. But we don't have to lose two if the situation doesn't deserve to lose two lives. So that's what I'm going to say. So look more into it. Let's figure out what happened. And I pray for both families, because either way, both families' lives have changed forever. So.
Yes, definitely, it was a tragic situation that's going on out here. Yeah, I don't really have a say in it. I hate that anybody even passed. No, I'm not accusing the young boy. He's innocent until proven completely guilty, even though he admitted it. The only question I will ask,
he's in
yeah,
self-defense also.
yeah, he's saying with self-defense. My only question is, why did he have a knife in his book bag at track meet? That's all I want to know. Like, why would you have a knife on you at your, now they say him and his dad go hunting or go fishing, and it was a fishing knife. Could have been. I don't know. More stuff has got to come out, but I hate that they're depicting a certain way. But right now, somebody is deceased at the hands of someone else, regardless of how and why it happened. But it will unfold. But they are trying to depict the poor guy horribly. I think he's a straight A student, captain. Never had any problems. I heard that he was bullied. On the other flip side, they had tried to jump him, and broke his phone and things of that nature. And so he was defending himself. But the question, like I said again, why did you have a knife on you? That's my only question, is why would you have some? Because that is illegal. You shouldn't have that on a campus. So I just wondered why. And if someone can validate that, that's going to tell a lot. Whether, because they're, the premeditation portion of it, stabbing the kid was a choice, though. Hard to defend that. It really is. It really is. He made a choice, but he made a choice out because of what? Because he was being bullied. But why did he have it on him? But I did hear that they did know each other. They're trying to. Father's trying to say that they didn't know this guy. These kids play each other. They play. I don't even think the guy that died, I don't even believe he ran track.
No, they
weren't
two
even
boys
on
were
the
football
track
players.
team. They were football players,
The
so
two
they
boys were
weren't even
football
there to run in the track meet. So to try to make someone leave who was a participant in the event is kind of crazy. So we don't know the scenario. Why were you there? Why were the twins there? But they are saying that they did know each other. So it's gonna more unfold. It's just a bad situation. Either way, I hate that young man lost his life. Regardless of whatever the scenario, but more to come. It will come out. But over here, your boy 1911, he did say exactly what your boy have on. I had to put that back up. He said that LeBron is wearing an open bottom onesie with a shawl. Game over.
This is why I don't hang out with Kappas right there. This is the reason why I'm trying not to hang out with Kappas. He's the only one that has a problem. He like he using my boy. I'm gonna laugh at that.
Game is over. Did he have friends there? There should have been a brawl. I know. Yeah, I don't know.
We don't know. We've heard both sides of the story, and like I said, it's just tragic both directions. Like I said, one has lost his life, and the one probably can lose his life because of that. And it's just it is what it is. But we're gonna move on from that. Did he say Savannah's nightgown?
Yeah,
see what you done started? You and your little LeBron hate. You just wanted to start that everywhere you could. You have Bronny crawling on the bottom of the next screen.
With a pacifier. Don't play with me. I'll find it. I'll make it.
Oh my gosh.
But y'all, thank y'all for sticking in there with us. No, it's a great show. Appreciate everyone that's joined us. If you have not liked us, like, share, follow, subscribe, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Check us out. Tell your friends about us. We just like to chop up sports barbershop style.
And do me a favor. Check out our sponsors, please. Reach out, check out, make sure you do. I mean, listen, they work hard. Listen, we had to have some sponsors. We got them. Let's
You got 'em,
make sure we
Razzle Dazzle
make them
apples.
great. That's all.
Yep, all that is Razzle Dazzle apples and more, and 360 RD photo booth here for your services. But on that note, you got any shout outs? I'm good to go on my side.
Shout out to all my people who in there except LeBron. I don't know if I will shout you out this time, but shout out to
Hey,
everybody
hey.
else, everybody for being here. And we will see you on Tuesday.
Yes, we shall. And on that note, y'all already know how we do. Y'all be easy. We out.